What's up, guys? So, I haven't done a Bible study in really long, low key, that I've recorded at least. I've been reading a lot, and God has been doing a lot in my life. And I've been really grateful. I just haven't really had time to edit everything, and that's okay. I'm saying because it's less about what goes on social media and what I'm actually doing in my real life. And honestly, a lot of nights this is what it looks like. So here's my notes, and I'm actually almost done with them. So I think pretty soon I may go through a handful of them and just look at some of the things I learned. And here's my Bible as well. So I'm reading in Mark, and I thought this was a really cool and special verse that I'd hit on tonight. But I'll just go through it really quick for you guys so you guys can get some sleep right now. It's 12 a.m. for me as well. Mark 1:35. I think one thing that is very important is finding quiet time with Jesus. And I know a lot of times we like to have Bible studies in a group setting or with your significant other or in groups or wherever it might be. But I think it's really important to find that quiet space for you. I know a lot of times it's hard to be quiet when you're doing a lot of other things in your life, you know what I'm saying? And especially for me, and I'm not sure if all you guys know, but recently I've been filming a lot and having a lot of opportunities, and I've been traveling a little bit here and there, and that's kind of my full-time job now as a videographer and whatever else comes with it, besides the point. But you can get really caught up in the things that are going on around you and forget the quiet time with God that got you to that position, if that makes sense. So anyways, Mark 1:35. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon and his companions looked for Jesus. When they found him, Jesus says, "Let's go somewhere else to the nearby villages so I can preach." That's just a summary after verse 35. So prior to all of this, Jesus was healing all types of people. If you look up towards verse 30 and 29, it says, as soon as they left the synagogue with James and John to the home of Simon, Simon's mother-in-law was in bed, had a fever. They immediately told Jesus about her, so he went to her, took her hand, helped her up. Basically, he's just healing, right? So if you go a little further, it even says the whole town gathered at the door, and Jesus healed many. So Jesus is healing, right? So in the midst of him helping tons of people, he still found time to pray. And I think that's one thing that we need to remind ourselves, is that we have to find a quiet space. And I know sometimes we're like, we can't hear Jesus, or we feel very distant, or a lot is going on and you just feel like you don't feel connected, or whatever it might be. Maybe it's because you don't have that quiet space anymore. Maybe it's because you lost that thing that you were doing before God had done all these things in your life. I don't want to get so consumed in the things that are going on now, but what did you do prior to get what God has blessed you with? And that's one thing that I've been working on a lot, is because with all the opportunities and stuff that has happened, and all the good things and all the bad things and all the extra, what was I doing before it happened? And I've really been convicted a lot of times, because sometimes you get so caught up, and sometimes you want to edit videos, and sometimes you want to help other people, and you want to hang out, and you want to go places and do all this other things. But what were you doing before God blessed you? And that's what really struck me tonight. And I'll be honest, I was really tired tonight, and I almost didn't even feel like reading, but I remembered what I was doing before God blessed me. And I was finding a quiet space early in the morning, like Jesus did. He got up early, he left the house to go find somewhere to pray. And I was doing that for a while on my main channel. But I think the moral of the story is that you have to find a quiet space for you, not for other people, and not always with other people. I believe there's power in community, and there's power in people, and power in the church as well. But I believe it starts with you. It starts with your own discipline. It starts with your own quiet place. And then you'll be reminded, and that fire will ignite, and then that fire will ignite in you. And maybe you'll be a little more excited to go share the good news of Jesus. So I hope by the end of this, you're reminded to go find that quiet space and pray, and spend more time with Jesus, because he deserves it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll be back on this channel. We'll go 3 times a week on this channel, and I'm excited to share the good news of Jesus.